The birth and death of stars are unimaginably violent events involving the vaporization and subsequent solidification of trillions of tons of heavy elements. Stars live, die, and explode as a celestial body called a supernova. A supernova is a state of a cosmic body that exists just before an unimaginably massive explosion occurs. Such mammoth fireworks take place because reactions within these bodies go out of control and create so much energy that it cannot be contained inside it, and therefore the body, usually a star, bursts. One particular supernova, called the primal supernova, possibly triggered the formation of our solar system. Astrophysicists call it the Big Bang nucleosynthesis. Our sun was surrounded by dust and rocks when it was born. Gradually, and I mean very gradually, over the next 500 million years or so, the larger rocks began to attract the smaller rocks and cosmic dust, and these began to clump together under the force of gravity to form early templates of the planets surrounding the sun, including our very own little Earth. Within the belly of each one of these planets lay a molten core, and their semi-solid but very hot exteriors were constantly growing. Our Earth was born around 4.567 billion years ago. At first, Earth, like all other newly formed planets, was just a hot ball of iron that spun around the sun. In the early phase, there were 20 infant planets moving randomly around the sun. The sun itself was recently formed, therefore unstable, and its gravitational pull, the force that helps keep all the planets in their orbits, varied, making the movements of these young planets also very erratic. To begin to make sense of geological time, I am going to borrow an elegant analogy from astrophysicist Nigel Calder. He asked his readers to imagine the 4,600 million year old Earth to be a 46-year-old woman. Each year of her life is actually a mega century, 100 million years. The first 7 of those years are wholly lost to the biographer, Calder says, but the deeds of her later childhood are to be seen in old rocks in Greenland and South Africa. Like human memory, the surface of our planet distorts the record, emphasizing more recent events and letting the rest pass into vagueness, or at least into unimpressive joints in worn-down mountain chains. Most of what we recognize on Earth, including all substantial animal life, is the product of the past 6 years of the lady's life. She flowered, literally in her middle age. Her countenance were quite bare of life until she was getting on for 42, and flowering did not appear until she was 45, just 1 year ago. In the middle of last week, in Africa, some man-like apes turned into ape-like men, and at the weekend, Mother Earth began shivering with the latest series of ice ages. Just over 4 hours have elapsed since a new species calling itself Homo sapiens started chasing the other animals, and in the last 4 hours, it has invented agriculture and settled down. A quarter of an hour ago, Moses led his people to safety across a crack in Earth's shell, and about 5 minutes later, Jesus was preaching on a hill farther along the fault line. Just 1 minute had passed out of Mother Earth's 46 years since man began his industrial revolution 3 human lifetimes ago. The more mathematically inclined can imagine geological time to be a long piece of string with 1 inch representing 1 year. About 6 feet would then represent the average lifespan of a healthy adult in India, about 72 years. The whole of recorded human history would add up to no more than 1 kilometer. The birth of life around 3.8 billion years ago would make the string about 90.